Hey everybody, welcome back to your next cast. Thank you so much for checking out another episode. If this is your first time to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. Please drop a comment below. I love to connect with you. And if you're returning back to the channel, thank you so much for visiting us again. Today is going to be a quick video about how you identify the perfect spot and make the perfect cast. Now I'm using the words perfect, but we all know that nothing is actually perfect, so it's going to be really good, I hope. So I'm lining myself up with this spot right here, and there's some waves coming that might actually make this a little trickier, but I'm hoping it'll work. There's this beautiful spot right here where we have a series of rocks, rip-rap, a rock wall there, and we got this point that kind of comes out here, all these rocks. We got a sandy spot right here. Then we got a beautiful dock that we're gonna throw at. Then we got some rocks here. So there's so many targets in this area, I almost guarantee we're gonna catch a fish. So because this wind is kind of, the waves from this boat that just went by is rocking me, I'm gonna start on this side, but I really wanted to start on that side. So I was gonna go on that side, fish in front of it, this side, and then hit these rocks. But wouldn't you know it, as soon as I want to do this, a boat goes by and there's a lot of waves. But anyway, I'm throwing a single tail grub. We're gonna see what happens. But this is the perfect spot. And that was a pretty good cast. So I'm probably gonna make 5 or 6 casts in this spot, because if I can make a good cast, and there's a fish here that's active, we should catch him, for sure. And if we don't, that just tells me, okay, we gotta keep moving. So not only is this a good way to identify places that you want to spend some time at, but it's also a good way for you to be efficient. Ooh, did you see that? Right beside the ladder. And that's yeah, that's a fish. That's a fish, guys. I mean, it's a small guy, but I'm hoping you saw that cast. It landed right beside that ladder. So that placement is, and I should have hooked this guy a lot faster than I did. There we go. But that placement makes all the difference. So not only do you want to make an accurate cast, but you want to make sure that it has a really soft entry. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise. Like, I think that thing took off with it as soon as I threw it in, but I was, trying to turn around and commentate, and was, I think, slow on pulling it in. But there you go. Like, knew that spot should have a bass on it, because it's just way too many things. Like, rocks are good, docks are good. Anytime you have a little ditch-like area, like right here, I'm hoping you can see it, where those rocks are. So you see how there's wood, then you have the rocks, then the wood again. Like, all of that is good. So that's what I like to call a trifecta. You got all 3 things working for you right there, and there's a point right up there. So it's like bass should definitely be in this area. So when you're fishing, that's what you want to actually look for. Now, as we continue to drift, just in this spot, there's a lot of wall here, and then there's another dock. So really, I could just kind of float my way on down as well. Although I'm gonna go back so you can see the other side of where I wanted to throw. I think I'm gonna try to make one more pitch at this dock as well. Obviously, I think it probably has more than one fish on it, but we'll see. Now, that one was pretty accurate. You couldn't see it as well, but it made a big noise going in. Like, it wasn't as soft an entry as the first one was. So just to recap, I want to show you a few of these things more up close. So there's the point right out there. Points are always good. There's your rip-rap or your line of rocks, again, man-made, that are good. Then you have a little inlet right there, again, also man-made, where there's sand that comes right into the water. Great place for bait fish to hang out. Then you have wood. Then you have a dock right here. Then right beside that, you have a little inlet where water naturally flows. Now, all of those things are good. Any one of them is good by itself. If you can find riprap, you'll find bass. If you can find a point, you'll find bass. If you can find sand or a ramp into the water, typically bait fish will hang around there. Certainly docks are good. Certainly any natural flowing inlet into your body of water is good. But if you can find a place that has all of those things, you should definitely fish that stretch. And if you do, you will most likely pick up a bass. Now, we didn't get quite the quality of bass that we were hoping to get, but we pulled one right off of there. And I think if I went down here even further, I'd probably pull one or two more off of there, but we're going to keep going for the sake of time. I just wanted to create this video to show you, if you don't have a lot of time to fish, or if you're in a tournament or something and you just need to be efficient, or if you're here in Lake of the Woods, and you're saying, man, how do I find those spots that you find where it seemed like there's going to be a fish there? Here are all the things that I'm looking for. If I had a tree that was overhanging or a bush, that would have made it even better. There's a bush right there, if you can see where my hand is pointing, but it's not quite in the water. But there are a few places where there's overhanging bushes, and of course they're really good too. So that's all I got for today. Just wanted to come out and share that tip with you. I'm going to start doing a lot of videos about tips just on things that I do that help me. Maybe it'll help you. We hope you have a good day and a good night. We'll see you next time.